So too for PSG, as of course they sit near the top of the table after the first couple of matches, and of course all eyes are waiting for Lionel Messi to make his debut, but of course we've got a bit of a waiting game for that. But what's going to happen this coming weekend, we'll take a look at all of it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another production video today. We're looking forward to match number 3 over in League 1, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe and I'll keep you banging through all things League 1 related, Lionel Messi over in France related, Blackburn Rovers related, we got it all here under Warruski. That's right, so far so good for PS Bloody G. Also Angers, Clermont Foot, and also doing top of the pops at the moment with, of course, back-to-back wins in the opening couple of matches of the season. But of course, what's going to happen, of course, heading into match number 3, we'll have a look at all of it in a minute. A big shout out to the VIPs. They are the Patreons. Thank you for your loving. I do appreciate it. From a brother, from another mother. If you want to join the gang and become a new best mate for life, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. But anyway, we're going to jump at the deep end and have a look now, of course, at my picks last week. Of course, look forward to match day number whatever it is, 3 this coming week. So let's take a look at, of course, how everything panned out last weekend, shall we? Clermont Foot took on Isaac Troyes, of course, a couple of the new boys, and Clermont Foot kicked off with another fantastic start to the campaign, 2-0 win for them. Actually, remember the 1-1 draw on this one did terrible this week. Meanwhile, in fact, a lot of the big boys did terrible, including AS Monaco. They took on Lorient and they lost. That's right, 1-0 loss. Lorient with a big win, 2-0 for me going the other way. Meanwhile, Nantes continue their fantastic start as well. 2-0 win over Metz. Of course, they're unbeaten. 1-1 draw for me. Marseille got themselves just a point against Bordeaux. Actually, remember the 2-0 win for Marseille. Lille, what's going wrong there? Of course, Nice. A very, very nice win for them, of course, managed by the former Lille manager there. So, of course, he won the title with Lille, has now moved over to Nice, and he's done a very, very nice job for it. That's a 4-0 win for them. Big, big win. PSG without Messi, 4-2 winners as well. Went with a 3-0 win. Not too shabby on that one. Lens picked up a 2-2 draw against Saint Etienne. Lyon got himself spanked by Angers. All the big boys getting a bit of egg on their face. 3-0 win for Angers, making back-to-back wins for them. Stade Brest picked up a point against Rennes. 2-0 win for me, going the other way. Of course, got it wrong. And, of course, Reims up against Montpellier was a 3-3 draw. And actually went with a 1-1 draw myself. So, of course, what about you guys? A lot of you guys did shit just like me. But a couple of zingers there. Yannick Boston and Kevin Wright got himself 6 out of 10. Not too shabby there. Russell Frost also doing tip-top as well. As for the overall leaderboard, here it is. Of course, Yannick Boston kicking ass, taking names. Kevin Wright also up there with 12 out of a possible, 20? So not too bad for the opening couple of weeks. But how are you going to get on into match number 3? So let's get in the crack in then and have a look at it. In fact, let's have a quick look at the table before we jump in the deep end. Of course, Angers and Clermont Foot alongside PSG lead the charge. Of course, the big boys already, Lille and Lyon, obviously in trouble. Just a point on the board for them so far. So let's get cracking then, shall we? Here it is. Of course, the link for match number 3. I had to change it up a little bit. It's Cutley 4/3 number and France there. Of course, if you want to get involved in match number 3 picks. So let's get into it. Again, here we go then, shall we? Jump in the deep end and take a look at Monaco. Taking on Lens, that's right. Scored to my knowledge, they played each other 46 times since 1993. 17 wins for Monaco, 11 wins for Lens, 18 draws. The biggest win for Monaco over Lens was a 6-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 3-0 win. Last time I played each other in Monaco was a 3-0 win for Lens, that's right. In fact, you've got to go back to 2015, I think, for Monaco's last win over Lens. That was in Lens, of course. But heading into this, of course, Monaco started with pretty shitty so far over in the domestic flight. Just picked up a point against Nantes. As for Lens, of course, back-to-back draws for them. Unbeaten, but of course, they'll need to get some wins in the locker. 20-13 on is your Monaco. The IFA favourites 3-1 is your draw. 50-4 is your long shots. That is Lens, that's right. I'm actually going to go with Monaco to eventually get their win. That's right, 2-0 win for them, and of course points in the bag and moving on. Get moving in the right direction. Next, of course, Saint Etienne up against Lille. Let's take a look at this badger then, shall we? Take place on August the 21st. That'll be Saturday. Played the 47 times, going to my knowledge, 1993. Of course, since those games, or in those games, 21 wins for Lille, 12 wins for Saint Etienne, 14 draws. The biggest win for Saint Etienne over Lille was a 5-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 4-0 win. Last time they played each other in Saint Etienne was a 1-1 draw back in November 2020. Of course, Saint Etienne coming to this back-to-back draws for them, drawing with Lens, drawing with Lorient. As for Lille, they've conceded 7 in the first 2 games. Absolutely horrific. Of course, opening day 3-3 draw, but of course followed that with a 4-0 spanking at home against Nice, which is not very nice. Of course, look at the bookies odds. We have 21-10 is your Saint Etienne, 65 on is your Lille, and 5-2 is your draw. Lille should bounce back, and I think I'm going to give him a point on this one. Of course, it's not fully loaded just yet, but of course in the bag, will of course get some belief back into the camp. Next, of course, we have what do we have on this? Metz up against Reims. Then, shall we? Let's take a look at this badger. Taking place on the 22nd, which I believe is Sunday. Played each other 18 times in 2003. 6 wins for Metz, 3 3 wins for Reims, 9 draws. The biggest win for either of the two sides was a 3-0 win. Last time I played in Metz was a 2-1 win for Metz back in September 2020. Metz kicked it off with an okay start. The draw against Lille, however, they did lose to Nantes just the other day. As for Reims, back-to-back draws for them as well, picking up a draw against Nice, which could be very, very nice, and also a 3-3 draw against Montpellier just the other day. Look at the odds, 5-4 for Montpellier, 23-10 is your draw, 11-5 is your away win. That is Lorient. What am I looking at? I'm looking at the wrong bloody one. Take a look at the odds then, shall we? We have 13-10 is your Metz, we have 2-1 is your draw, and 12-5 is your Reims on this one. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for the away team. That's right, that's Reims. Put it out of the bag, of course. Next up, of course, we have Bordeaux up against Angers, taking place on August the 22nd. That's Sunday as well. Pledge of the 90 times in 993, 6 wins for Bordeaux, 7 wins for Angers, 6 draws, the biggest win for Bordeaux, 2-0 win, the biggest win the other way is a 3-0 win. Last time pledge of that in Bordeaux was a 2-1 win for Bordeaux back in January 2021. Of course, look at the odds on this one, 7-4 for Bordeaux, 29-20 is your Angers, 5-2 is your draw. I'm going with a cheeky 2-1 win for Angers, so we get 3 wins on the bounce. Next up, of course, Montpellier up against Lorient, also taking place on Sunday at the Stade Le Masson, of course. The pledge of the 29 times is 998, 11 wins for Montpellier. We got 10 wins for Lorient, and there's been 8 draws between the two sides. The biggest win for Montpellier over Lorient was a 4-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 3-0 win. Heading into this, of course, last time played each other over at Montpellier was a 1-1 draw. Yes, of course, take a look at the odds on this one. Montpellier 5-4 for the victory, 23-10 is your draw, 11-5 is your Lorient on this one. A 1-0 win for Montpellier to take it to the house. Next, of course, Nice, who have had a fantastic start, a very, very nice start up against Marseille in the South Coast derby. That's right, played each other 41 times is 996, 11 wins for Nice, 24 wins for Marseille, 6 draws. The biggest win for Nice over Marseille was a 3-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 4-0 win. Last time I played each other in Nice, we'll say 3-0 win. Good discretionary for Nice, which would, of course, been very, very nice. 9-5 is your Nice on this one, 12-5 is your draw, 29-20 is your Marseille, who have started very, very shaky on this. Going to go with a 2-0 win for Nice. Again, look very, very nice. That's right. Next up, of course, we have Lyon. They are taking on Clermont Foot. That's right, one of the new boys, but of course, fantastic for Clermont Foot at the moment. 2 wins for 2. Played just one time since 2005. 1 win for Clermont Foot. That was a 4-3 win. It was in the Coupe de France back in March 2005 in Clermont Foot. However, they have yet to play each other over in Lyon. Lyon with a pretty wonky start, 2-1 for the victory on this one. 7-2 is your away, is your draw. 90-4 is your Clermont Foot on this one. I've gone with a 3-0 win for Lyon, of course, to kind of put a bit of dent in Clermont Foot's start to the season and hopefully get Lyon moving in the right direction. Next up, we have Strasbourg up against Istaq Troyes, of course, one of the other new boys. Played each other, of course, according to my knowledge, 15 times since 1999, 8 wins for Strasbourg, 4 wins for Troyes, and 3 draws. The biggest win for Strasbourg over Troyes was a 2-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 4-0 win. Last time I played each other at Strasbourg was back in 2018. It was a 2-1 win for Strasbourg, of course. Look at the odds. Even Stevens for Strasbourg, 25 is your draw, 14-5 is your long shots. There's Troyes on this one. I'm going with a 1-1 draw. Troyes, I don't think they've started too well. In fact, let's have a quick look at their of course, they have played PSG and, of course, fellow new boys, Clermont Foot. So back-to-back draw, back-to-back defeats for them. But, of course, I think they'll get a point up against the Strasbourg side, who have also suffered back-to-back defeats. Anyway, let's kick it on further to Brest up against PSG. This is the opening game of the weekend, taking place on Friday, August the 20th. Let's take a look at this. No Messi on this one. I do believe it's the 29th of August will be his debut. Anyway, played to 11 times since 2010. 10 wins for PSG, just 1 draw. The biggest win for PSG over Stade Brest was a 3-0 win. And last time I played in Brest was a 2-0 win for PSG back in May 2021. Of course, PSG opened up with back-to-back wins against Troyes and Strasbourg. Meanwhile, Brest have started off with back-to-back draws, of course. Look at the odds. 11-1 is your Brest. Long shots, 5-1 on is your PSG, and 6-1 is your long shots. That is, of course, the draw. 3-0 win for PSG without Messi. Of course, still good, still looking great. And, of course, it is their title to lose already. And then finally, it'll be Rennes up against Nantes, of course, on Sunday. These two sides played for the 48 times since 1994. 16 wins for Rennes, 16 wins for Nantes, and 16 draws. It could not be separated. However, the biggest win for Rennes over Nantes was a 4-1 win. The biggest win the other way is a 3-0 win. Last time I played in Rennes was a 1-0 win for Rennes. That was back in, of course, April 2021. Heading into this, the bookies odds we have. What do we have on this? What do we have on this guy? We have 11-10 is your Rennes. They are your favourites. 13-5 is your draw. 3-1 is your Nantes. Good start for them to the season. Of course, going to go with a 2-2 draw. That's right. That's my picks. Be sure to get your own picks in, of course, nice and early for this. And to do so, you've got to use this code right here, Cutley/3France. That's right, and that'll get you in the deep end for this. And of course, it is free to enter. Still plenty of time to get involved and be a contender for the title. But anyway, that's it. Be sure to give the video some love, smash the thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, of course, Patreon as well. If you want to support the channel, that's the best place to do it, from as little to as much as you want. Check it out, patreon.com/RoboCease. But until then, we're done.